Hello, NBA fans. Daily news about the Los Angeles Lakers. I'm a fan of the Lakers show and I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and give it a like. Can Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka surprise the NBA and sign phenom Giannis Antetokounmpo? The Los Angeles Lakers could find themselves in the mix for one of the biggest names in basketball, Giannis Antetokounmpo, but only if the timing lines up just right. While the two-time MVP has reportedly shown interest elsewhere, Jovan Buha believes the Lakers could become a surprise trade destination down the road if the Bucks star grows more frustrated with his team's direction. I think the interesting thing was, the Lakers were positioning themselves as a future cap space team and a future offseason team earlier in the 2025 offseason, and then there was a shift later in the offseason after Eurobasket, where it came out that now they're open to trading, open to taking on longer-term money, Buha said. Antetokounmpo has made it clear he wants to win, something Milwaukee hasn't done since their 2021 title run. Buha added that the purple and gold could eventually make a move, but the timing is key. Giannis has left the door cracked open, but we've since had the reporting that Giannis' preferred destination was the Knicks, not the Lakers, he said. It's tough to find a Knicks-Giannis trade, so if for whatever reason that can't happen, and Milwaukee refuses to play ball with New York, then the Lakers can swoop in and potentially offer a competitive package. They will have 3 first-round draft picks as of next summer. So could you do something with Austin and 3 picks, and Dalton and Rui, maybe a Rui sign-and-trade or something? Still, several hurdles remain. Both Reeves and Hachimura are set to reach unrestricted free agency next summer, meaning any trade could require sign-and-trade agreements, and Reeves has already turned down an extension from the Lakers. DeAndre Ayton vows to anchor LA's defense and revive his career in purple and gold, really changing the narrative. Ayton outlines his mission to bring stability back to the Lakers' frontcourt. DeAndre Ayton has been a key pickup for the Los Angeles Lakers this offseason, given their void at the center position. As the Mark Williams trade didn't go as planned last season, it left J.J. Redick's roster without a true traditional big man. Though Dorian Finney-Smith and Jackson Hayes shared the responsibility, it was certainly not enough. It was evident during the first-round series against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Heading into the summer, GM Rob Pelinka vowed to solve the center issue on the roster. A few weeks later, the Lakers announced they had signed DeAndre Ayton. According to reports, it was a 2-year deal worth $16.6 million. There has been some skepticism surrounding the 27-year-old for a while now, with much chatter about his inconsistent efforts and hunger to win. Nonetheless, Ayton hopes to turn a new page with the purple and gold, as was evident in his recent preseason performance against the Warriors. "I'm just trying to let the world know and the league know that I'm the Lakers center and anchor of this defense," stated the former first overall pick. Ayton scored 14 points, 8 rebounds, and 5 assists in the preseason win against the Warriors. He was efficient at 6-for-8 from the field. Addressing his performance, DeAndre also shed light on breaking the narrative around his defense. Ayton on prioritizing defense. Showing glimpses of high potential with the Suns, he appeared to lose focus in the middle. His disappointing stint with the Portland Trail Blazers is a prime example. Fortunate to get another shot at the limelight, Ayton is locked in and ready to break all misconceptions. Just really changing the narrative of protecting the rim at the defensive end. "You know, JJ has really put on emphasis that he wants his bigs protecting the rim. I'm just trying to be a big part of that," revealed Ayton, reflecting on the win against the Warriors. Surely, a moment of pride for DeAndre as he gets to don the purple and gold. At the same time, the 7-footer also understands the roles and responsibilities that come with it. Dalton Connect starts, plays 34 minutes for Lakers against Warriors. Los Angeles defeated Golden State, 126-116, in an NBA preseason game on Sunday at Crypto.com Arena in Los Angeles, California. Former Vol Dalton Connect started for the Lakers and totaled 16 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists in 34 minutes. He converted 4 of 9 field goal attempts, 2 of 5 free throw attempts, and 6 of 8 free throw attempts. The Lakers will next play on Tuesday at Phoenix. Tip-off for Los Angeles' NBA preseason game is scheduled for 10 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Opening day for the 2025-26 regular season will take place on October 21st. Connect was selected in the first round of the 2024 NBA Draft, number 17, by the Lakers. During his rookie season, he played in 78 games, averaging 9.1 points, 2.8 rebounds, 0.8 assists and 0.3 steals per contest. Connect transferred to Tennessee from Northern Colorado and played for the Vols during the 2023-24 season under head coach Rick Barnes. Lakers grab first preseason win over Warriors. Led by Austin Reaves, the Lakers had a big first half to earn their first preseason win on Sunday against the Warriors. Behind a strong first half that saw them build a 21-point lead, the Lakers earned their first win of the preseason, knocking off the Warriors, 126-116. Austin Reaves ended with 21 points on 7-10 shooting in 23 minutes before exiting the game after suffering an injury, though he remained on the bench. Rui Hachimura scored 16 points in 27 minutes of play. DeAndre Ayton looked solid with 14 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists and 2 steals in 26 minutes. Gabe Vincent pitched in with 13 points off the bench. Dalton Connect had 16 points, filling in as a starter. Jared Vanderbilt grabbed 4 rebounds, dished 2 dimes and tallied 6 points. LA jumped to a quick 5-point lead, all scored by Reaves. Brandon Podziemski stopped that run with a layup. Ayton started heating up for Los Angeles, scoring 4 points. Hachimura drained a 3-pointer. The Lakers were shooting 63% from the field and the Warriors were at 54%. Bronny James' stats versus Warriors reveal clear position without LeBron by his side. LeBron James's son starred as the Lakers won their first preseason game. Bronny James impressed against the Warriors as the LA Lakers prepare for the NBA season tip-off in less than 2 weeks without LeBron James. The Lakers registered their first preseason victory, defeating the Golden State Warriors 126-116. And it was a more encouraging performance from Bronny, who is entering his second season in the league. CCTV shows moment former UFC fighter shot in Sydney attack. In the Lakers' previous defeat to the Warriors, Bronny played 23 minutes, but struggled, making just 2 baskets from 6 attempts. However, on Sunday, he showed improvement, scoring 7 points in 16 minutes. He was perfect from the free throw line, scoring on 5 occasions, while he made one of his 2 field goal attempts. The young guard also outscored Warriors star Draymond Green, despite playing fewer minutes. Green is widely regarded as one of the greatest defensive players in history and is both a 4-time NBA champion and a 4-time All-Star. Bronny James. Image, Ronald Martinez/staff via Getty. For Bronny, who has focused on improving his defense over the summer, it is a promising sign that he has outperformed Green on one metric. At 6'3" with a wingspan of 6'7.5", Bronny has often been tipped to develop into an effective defensive player. He has demonstrated the instincts necessary to become an effective guard. Last month, he said, "It's definitely made me think about being more aggressive on that end of the floor, but I can't lose that defensive drive that will get me on the floor because there's going to be guys that can score 15, 20 a game. I'm most likely not going to be that guy right now. To get myself on the floor, I've got to be a defensive menace. That's my main focus, getting conditioned this year. It's been shown that I know how to score the ball a little bit, I'm staying true to that, but also focusing on the defensive end." After a difficult start to the preseason, some Lakers fans were starting to grow frustrated with Bronny. But with LeBron expected to miss October with injury, the team will need players like Bronny to step up and contribute more consistently. The Lakers have 3 preseason games left before their season opener on October 21st against the Warriors. Bronny's improved display could see him take on a larger role when the regular season gets underway. If he continues to build on this performance, he has the potential to be a valuable contributor at both ends of the court. Why Stephen A. Smith is not concerned about LeBron James missing LA Lakers games with injury. Los Angeles Lakers superstar LeBron James will miss the start of the 2025-26 NBA season with sciatica. Shams Charania reported earlier this week that James will spend 3 to 4 weeks on the sidelines. It's the first time that he will not complete a preseason in his entire NBA career, which has raised concerns among fans and pundits. But Stephen A. Smith is still not worried about James having a slow start to the regular season for one key reason. Stephen A. Smith reacts to LeBron James injury news. Stephen A. Smith pointed out that LeBron James has taken care of his body as well as any athlete throughout his NBA career. However, the reason Smith is unfazed by LeBron's injury is that the regular season is not important for the LA Lakers. The most important thing for JJ Redick's team is that they are fully prepared to go further than the first round of the Western Conference playoffs. "I'm not that concerned," Smith said. "I know it's the first time he's going to miss the season opener. I know it's the first time he's ever missed an entire preseason, and I get that. And when we talk about the sciatic nerve, just to educate the audience, you talk about nerves causing lower back, hip, and leg pain, of course. So, that's something to be taken seriously. But this is arguably the most well-conditioned athlete, basketball player at the very least, we've ever seen. LeBron James has been that dude in terms of his physical conditioning, but I'm not really worried about it for a different reason. I don't give a damn about LeBron James in the regular season. I'm talking about the postseason. The Los Angeles Lakers, in 4 of the last 5 years, have been bounced out in the first round or missed the playoffs. They went to the conference finals a few years ago when Darvin Ham was coaching them. That's it. I don't want to travel back to Oklahoma City. I love my man Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the crew, but I don't want to travel to Oklahoma City with you. I'd rather be in LA. That means that the Los Angeles Lakers need to win. And they're not going to do that without LeBron James. So, I don't give a d if he missed November. I don't care if he misses most of the games before Christmas. I mean, get in enough games to be ready come postseason time, so we don't see their getting bounced out in the first round like Minnesota just did, courtesy of Ant-Man. Even though I love Ant-Man, he's one of my top 2 players to watch with Steph Curry, I don't feel like traveling to Minnesota either. I want to be in LA. They need LeBron James for that to happen. So, if he has to sit out early to be available late, that's my preference. I'm not worried about October and November. Who cares? We have football. Which LA Lakers games will LeBron James miss through injury? LeBron James will definitely not play in the Los Angeles Lakers' 3 remaining preseason games against the Golden State Warriors, the Phoenix Suns, and the Dallas Mavericks. He will also sit out the Lakers' first 6 regular season games, including 2 against the Minnesota Timberwolves. Date opponent: October 21st vs Golden State Warriors. October 24th vs Minnesota Timberwolves. 10/26 at Sacramento Kings. October 27th vs Portland Trail Blazers. 10/29 at Minnesota Timberwolves. 10/31 at Memphis Grizzlies. LA Lakers opening fixtures in the 2025-26 NBA season. This would only take James' absence to the 3-week mark, so there is no guarantee that he will not miss even more games. Luka Doncic will now have even more offensive responsibility, which could boost his Most Valuable Player award chances. The Lakers were becoming Luka Doncic's team. LeBron's injury speeds that switch. Someday, the Los Angeles Lakers were going to be without LeBron James, the question of when looming over the organization and paralyzing them from either pushing all in or fully embracing a future without him. The unexpected opportunity to acquire Luka Doncic last season set the team fully on a new path forward, with James' continued presence on the roster no longer the team's guiding star. Still, the news Thursday that the 40-year-old James would miss at least the next 3 to 4 weeks because of a sciatic nerve problem on his right side was fairly jarring. James had already been held out of training camp practices and the first 2 preseason games this month because of nerve irritation in his glute. Now he will miss the entire preseason and at least the first 5 games of the regular season based on the current timeline. The words "at least" were not specifically used in the team's announcement but were strongly implied when it said James would be re-evaluated in 3 to 4 weeks. And we can take to heart the things we have heard in private and public in the build-up to the season regarding James' health plan, most notably that James was going to take a different approach in his 23rd preseason in an effort to have him as healthy as possible at the end of the year and not at the beginning. And with that information, it seems more than safe to assume that the Lakers will be conservative with James' recovery. That could mean more time for recovery or ramp up, or both, after that 3 to 4 week time frame. 4 weeks plus, say, 1 week for a ramp-up would have James out of action until early November. In some ways, this only forces the Lakers to stick to their plan, which, when it comes to James, has been notoriously difficult to adhere to. Coaches have talked about minutes restrictions and lessened workloads in training camp for years, only for James to have a 40-minute night by the 7th game. The injury could keep James from his 22nd straight All-NBA appearance by cutting into the chunk of games he is allowed to miss under the league's 65 games played rule for awards. The Lakers will likely lean on some combination of Rui Hachimura, Jake LaRavia, and Jared Vanderbilt to help fill the impossible hole left by the NBA's all-time leading scorer. None of those players will be asked to do any of the things James does. They will, though, be asked to do more of what they do well in extended minutes while the Lakers are without one of their stars. Vanderbilt, healthy for the first time in 2 summers, has looked good early this preseason and gives the Lakers some defensive toughness and versatility they desperately need. Same goes for Austin Reeves, who has played well as the primary offensive player over the last 2 seasons when the Lakers have been minus James or Doncic or even, before that, Anthony Davis. He was already set for a big offensive role this season, but he will enter the season as the Lakers' second most important playmaker. Scouts watching the Lakers in their preseason debut in Palm Desert left impressed with how Reeves held up as the primary offensive option. More of that in the non-Doncic minutes is suddenly even more critical. The biggest thing that comes from this, though, is a chance for the Lakers to more fully lean into the reality they chose for themselves in February. Doncic drives everything they do. When healthy, Doncic is one of the NBA's biggest floor raisers, even if the roster isn't built perfectly around him. He is good enough to handle any stretch of challenges, including a first chunk of the schedule when the Lakers will not be whole. This, of course, is his team to lead long-term, and whether the Lakers were going to explicitly say it or not, it was always going to be on James to figure out the best ways to make it work around Doncic more so than the other way around. That new reality was not supposed to be thrust on them this quickly, and certainly not on opening night, a game James has never missed. But now that he is out, the Lakers are squarely on their road forward.